Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Vallabha Girivardhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamunatira Vanachari Tira Vanajari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Gauranidai Jaya Gauranidai Gauranidai Jaya Gauranidai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jam Vishnupad Brahmans Parivaraj Gacharya Sto Darshad His Divine Grace Abhay Charana Arvind Bhakti Vedanta Swami Shil Prabhupada Ki Jai Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai Nidai Gaur Premanande Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudiraye Nastaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 8, the teachings of Kunti, and text number 39. Neyam sovishyate tatra yathe dhanim gadadhara tatpaderankita bhati swalakshana vilakshitai. Neyam sovishyate tatra yathe dhanim gadadhara tatpaderankita bhati swalakshana vilakshitai. Neyam sovishyate tatra yathe dhanim gadadhara tatpaderankita bhati swalakshana vilakshitai. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. O Gadadhar, Krishna, our kingdom is now being marked by the impressions of your feet, and therefore it appears beautiful. But when you leave, it will no longer be so. Purport. There are certain particular marks on the feet of the Lord, which distinguish the Lord from others. The marks of a flag, thunderbolt, an instrument to drive an elephant, umbrella, lotus disc, etc. are on the bottom of the Lord's feet. These marks are impressed upon the soft dust of the land where the Lord traverses. The land of Hastinapura was thus marked while Lord Sri Krishna was there with the Pandavas, and the kingdom of the Pandavas thus flourished by such auspicious signs. Kunti Devi pointed out these distinguished features and was afraid of ill luck in the absence of the Lord. This is the Bhaktivedanta purport. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanachalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Nadinamine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Bracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Bhashyad Deshadarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Prabhupada. So this verse Kunti Maharani is quoting. Neyam sovishyate tatra yate dhanim gadadhara tatpader ankita bhati swalakshana vilakshitai. So she is saying, Nayam sobishyate. Iyam means referring to the land or kingdom. So we saw that in the earlier verses also. She was praying that my son has become the king now. And then it doesn't mean that we will be protected unless you protect. We are not protected. Also, in the previous verse, she was talking about how to become famous. That whatever our name and fame is there, the real name and fame is somebody is recognized as the devotee of the Lord. That is the real name and fame. Now in today's verse, Kunti Maharani is saying that whatever sobishyate, shobha means like whatever whatever appears beautiful. That is, na iyam means this land or kingdom, sobishyate, it will appear beautiful. Because tat pader ankita bhati, your pader, your lotus feet, ankita, because this land is marked with your lotus feet, that is why it looks beautiful and dazzling. So lakshana vilakshidai. So by the impression of the lotus feet of the Lord, this land becomes beautiful. So if you leave, then it will no longer be beautiful. So this context we all know already, that Krishna is leaving, and then Kunti Maharani is trying to, uh, you know, pacify the Lord and requesting that, Lord, you should stay back. If you are not there, we are not protected. Without you, our name, fame will not be there. And if you will leave this land, this beautiful land, this beautiful kingdom, prosperous kingdom, will be no longer beautiful. So Prabhupada is bringing the point here that Kunti Devi pointed out this distinguished feature and was afraid of ill luck in the absence of the Lord. So whatever good luck, whatever prosperity that one can have in their life, it is only possible by the grace on the lotus feet of the Lord. Without the Lord, nothing is beautiful. The so-called beautiful things are also not beautiful. And nothing is prosperous. The real prosperity is the Lord's blessings, the shelter of Krishna's lotus feet. So she was afraid of ill luck in the absence of the Lord. So this is what is the point here to understand. So Prabhupada quotes in the lecture from the Chanakya Pandit, says, Prithvi bhushanam raja narinam bhushanam pati sarvari bhushanam chandro vidya sarvasya bhushanam. So everything looks beautiful when one is intimately related with it. So there are a few examples has been quoted by Chanakya Pandit. He says that sky, for example, looks beautiful in relationship with the moon. So sky is always present, but on the full moon night, when the moon and stars shines brilliantly, the sky looks very beautiful. And then similarly, the state looks very well if there is a good government. Prithvi bhushanam raja. If there is no good government, there is no good king, especially a devotee king, then there's nothing beautiful. So Prithvi, the state or the land, looks beautiful when it is governed by a pious king or a devotee king. Then everyone is happy and everything goes well. And the Narinam Bhushanam Pati, a girl might be very beautiful, but she becomes beautiful in true sense when she has a husband. The beautiful girl without husband and she goes all alone, then she is not beautiful. In the sense, she might lose the character if she is not under the protection of the husband. And also, if she is not losing the character, then people will look at her with malintentions, bad eyes. So the girl is beautiful. The beautiful girl is beautiful. Narinam Bhushanam Pati, Sarvari Bhushanam Chandro, and Vidya Sarvasya Bhushanam. A person, he might be very handsome, very good looking person, but if he is not educated, then he is no more beautiful. The so-called beauty is not the beauty. So the person truly becomes beautiful only when he has the vidya, he has the knowledge, and specifically the knowledge of the scriptures. So Prabhupada is saying here, Prabhupada is quoting this, that similarly everything will look beautiful when Krishna is present. Without Krishna, there's nothing. The so-called beauty is not the beauty. One time Srila Prabhupada, he met one reporter and along with some disciples, and that disciples were all shaven-headed, very bright faces. So this reporter never saw such brilliant-faced people, and he was wondering, he was asking, who are these people? Prabhupada saying, they are all my disciples. And then this reporter was saying that they look so bright-faced. Prabhupada says, because they brought Krishna in their life. That is why they become so bright. So the real brilliance, the real beauty comes only when Krishna comes in one's life. Bringing Krishna means bringing Krishna consciousness in one's life. The instructions of Bhagavad Gita, the Krishna conscious lifestyle, when we start living, then, and we all have the first-hand experience that how the devotees, no matter how we all used to look earlier, some of them were maybe looking beautiful, some of them were not beautiful. But as soon as the devotee, they give up everything, they dedicate their life in the service of Krishna and then start serving Krishna and start living the life of Krishna consciousness, then they looks very attractive. There's a different attraction. Sometimes people get attracted, they don't know like why we are attracted to this person. There's so many beautiful people are there in the world. People get fascinated. But then people look at the devotees, shaven-headed, simple-hearted devotees, and they naturally get fascinated. They wonder like why I'm getting fascinated. Simple, because they don't, dress up them like, so well. Simple clothes, some dhoti kurta, same color every day. No makeup, no hairstyle, no hair color, nothing. Just shaven-headed and simple clothing, simple lifestyle, but they become attractive. So why they become attractive is why they become beautiful, because Krishna comes in their life. And that is what Kunti Maharani is bringing here, that everything looks beautiful when there is a Krishna is present in their life. In fact, this is confirmed by Sanjay also in the last verse of Bhagavad Gita. What Sanjay says at the last verse? Yatra Yogeshwaro Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurdhara, Tatra Srir Vijayo Bhutir, Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. So this is the conclusion of Sanjay also in the Bhagavad Gita. Close the door. So what is the conclusion? He's saying where there is Krishna and his devotees, Partho Dhanurdhara, the devotee like Arjuna, then automatically there, what will be there? Shri Vijaya. Shri means the Lakshmi. All opulences will be there. And we know that there is a confirmation by Brahmaji in the Brahma Samhita that how the Lakshmi ji, she is the humble servant of the Supreme Lord. Lakshmi Shahastra Satasam Brahmase Vimanam. That Lakshmi is standing in the queue waiting for her turn to serve Krishna. So when there is Krishna, automatically Lakshmi will be there. All the opulences will be there. Shri and then Vijayo. When Krishna is there, then naturally there is a victory. We last time also we were discussing the story that how when Duryodhana and Arjuna came to Krishna, Krishna said, one side me, one side my Narayani Sena. Unformidable Narayani Sena. So you can choose. And then Arjuna, as being a devotee, he chose Krishna. Krishna says, I'll not even fight. So just think twice. He said, no problem, I want you. Because it is already confirmed. Arjuna already heard the Bhagavad Gita, he knows. Wherever Yatra Yogeshwaro Krishna, Tatra Sri Vijayo, victory will be there. So when Krishna is on my side, then victory is there. So all the opulences, all the victory, and then Niti, the morality, Matir Mama, the good intelligence, everything will come. As Krishna also confirms, Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam, Yena Mamapi Andide. Krishna gives the good intelligence to the devotee. One who is surrendered to the Lord, who is engaged in the service of the Lord, then Buddhi will come, the good intelligence will come, opulences will come, the victory will come, morality will be there. So this is what it means, all wonderful opulent life. And that is what Kunti Maharani is saying here. Nayam sobhishyate yatra yate danim gadadhara. Whatever shobha is there, whatever beauty is there in this kingdom, in this land, it is all because Tadpadaya Ankita Bhati. Because this land is marked with the impression of your lotus feet. That is why everything is beautiful. So without Krishna, there is nothing beautiful. There cannot be any beauty in this world. Right? Even we can understand from Bhagavad Gita that if somebody who is very good looking person, somebody is very beautiful, like material beauty, the body is very beautiful. So we understand from Bhagavad Gita that why that beauty is there, because of the soul exists in that body. And not only just soul exists, but along with the soul, super soul, Paramatma also exists. That is why that person, anyone, no matter who is, he is beautiful because the soul and super soul is there. As soon as the soul leaves the body, super soul leaves the body, soul will also leave the body. And then the so-called beautiful, the most beautiful person in the world, is a matter of just few hours. It will start stinking bad. People will not even, come close to that body. If the super soul, Krishna leaves that body, it becomes pale. All the brilliance of that body, will just go away, becomes pale, it becomes, it starts stinking bad. People get scared to go close to the dead body. So the beauty is there. Any beauty we see in this material world, it is all because of Krishna only. Krishna confirms in the 10th chapter, also the last verse, the opulences of the Lord. What is that verse? Krishna says, Yad yad vibhuti masattvam Srimad urjitam eva va tattad eva gacchotvam mam tejo amsha sambhava. So, yad yad vibhuti masattvam Srimad urjitam eva. Whatever beautiful and opulent things you see in this world, it is my amsha, spark of my splendor. So anything beautiful we see in this world, that is all because of Krishna. And somebody wants to become beautiful, the true beauty is become the devotee of Krishna, bring Krishna consciousness in their life, and that is the true beauty. This beauty is not about the bodily beauty, the materially speaking somebody looks very beautiful, but that is the beauty of the soul, soul's abhushan, that he has Krishna in their life. Right. So Prabhupada says that without Krishna everything is zero. Somebody is very beautiful, somebody is very educated, somebody is very rich or whatever, somebody is very intelligent, skilled. So all these opulences and all these skills and intelligence, everything is like the zeros. Prabhupada gives this example that all the zeros put together, it is at value 0 only, unless there is a 1 in front of all the zeros. So unless Krishna comes, the so-called beauty, so-called opulence, so-called prosperity is also 0 only. Nothing is good. So this is the philosophy of Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada says, we never say that we should stop all material things. No, we are not talking about stopping the activities. What we are saying is, philosophy of Krishna consciousness is Nirbandhe Krishna Sambandhe. Bring Krishna into everything. Simply add Krishna. And then that becomes the perfection of that activity. So nobody says that, okay, you don't become father, mother. No, you become a Krishna conscious father, Krishna conscious mother. You become a Krishna conscious businessman. You become a Krishna conscious, whatever you want to become. Just bring Krishna into your life. Add Krishna. And that is what is the real beauty of doing that activity. Becoming Krishna consciousness. In fact, the philosophy of Krishna consciousness, Bhagavad Gita, is so inclusive that it doesn't say that, unlike the Mayavadis say, naiti, naiti, not this, not this, not this. They focus on only not doing the things. They don't talk about what to do. But Krishna conscious philosophy, the teachings of Bhagavad Gita is, bring Krishna, what we should be doing. So if you want to eat food, the philosophy doesn't say don't eat food. They say eat food, first offer it to Krishna. And then eat Krishna Prasadam, nicely relish all the varieties of foodstuffs. So many different varieties. Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. In a nice sattvic way, we cook with love and devotion, offer to Krishna. And then the food becomes beautiful. Beautiful in the sense, very healthy food. The food habits should become very healthy as per the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. Yukta har viharasya. It should be regulated. Eating habits, sleeping habits. So everything fall in place. Everything becomes opulent. Everything becomes attractive and beautiful. Just bringing Krishna consciousness in our life. Somebody wants to sing song. So the philosopher doesn't say, no, you should not sing song. Say, sing for Krishna. You are a good singer, you are a good instrument player. Do everything for Krishna. You are very ambitious about making a lot of money. Then make money. Become a big businessman. And then use that money in serving Krishna's lotus feet. So this is what is the beauty of Krishna consciousness. So when we become Krishna, then everything becomes so wonderful, attractive, beautiful. We are protected. We become freed from all the sinful reactions. Prabhupada says that unknowingly so many sins are happening in our day-to-day life. So many ants are being killed. When you cook food, you walk on the floor, or anything you do, there's a lot of killing is happening. And then for that we have to suffer. So what is the way out? The only way is, unless we become Krishna conscious, we are liable to be punished for all these unknowingly committed sins. So when Krishna comes in our life, Krishna conscious comes in our life, then we automatically become free from the sins which has been committed unknowingly. So like that, we had to bring Krishna, and then life will be truly beautiful and all opulent. Right? So Krishna's lotus feet in the source of all good fortune. Fortune means we enjoy the life. Misfortune means there's a lot of suffering. Suffering comes because of the sinful reactions unknowingly committed. What is the way out? We cannot stop walking. We cannot stop talking. Even while talking also, so many invisible living entities can be killed. Just by talking only. We have to cook. We cannot stop cooking. So only way is Krishna consciousness. And that will bring the real good fortune. So Kunti Maharani is saying, if you go away, then she is afraid of ill luck in the absence of the Lord. There will be no luck. So we derive the lessons from this, that if Krishna is not there in our life, there will be no good luck. There cannot be good fortune in our life. Life will be very, very unfortunate without Krishna. As Krishna Prabhupada quotes this verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishna Surya Sama Maya Haya Andhakar, Jahan Krishna Taha Nahi Maya Radhikar. So when Krishna is not there, only darkness, only ignorance. And ignorance means suffering. Suffering means misfortune. Misfortune means suffering. So when we bring Krishna, who is like a Surya, who is like a sun. So bringing Krishna means bringing knowledge, bringing light. Remove the ignorance by the knowledge. Right? And then when we bring this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and the Bhagavatam, we become very rich in our knowledge and realization. That is also a great fortune. We become more mature spiritually, how to handle the situations, circumstances in a very positive way. And that, helps us to remain very calm and peaceful in this world. So we had to bring Krishna to be happy in order to be fortunate. Right? How to bring Krishna? That is the question now. We understood, okay, Krishna has to come in our life. How to bring Krishna? So very simple. In this Kali Yuga, bringing Krishna means bringing Krishna's holy name sincerely and attentively. Because Krishna's holy name is not different from Krishna. Right? Krishna is not there in front of us. Sometimes people can ask, where is Krishna? How to bring Krishna? So Prabhupada says, when Krishna left Vrindavan, and all the Brajavasis, they never felt the absence of Krishna. And Krishna also confirms, Vrindavanam parityaja padamekam nagacchati. Krishna never leaves Vrindavan. But he left Vrindavan. How to understand? Yes, physically Krishna left Vrindavan, but Krishna was there present in Vrindavan constantly in his unmanifested form. In the consciousness, in the memory of all the Brajavasis, they're constantly remembering Krishna. So the presence can be felt more strongly in separation from him. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu teaches, Sunya idam jagat sarvam govinda virahena me. That he is constantly feeling that separation. He's saying whole world looks like, sunya, useless without Krishna. So he's always remembering Krishna. So Krishna can be there in our life by simply just remembering. And how to remember? By chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Then that brings the remembrance of Krishna. And when Krishna comes, all the good fortune will come. Right? So Krishna cannot be absent from a devotee when the devotee is intensely absorbed in Krishna's thought. Here Kunti Devi is very much anxious, thinking that Krishna will be absent. But the actual effect of Krishna's physical absence is that he becomes more intensely present within the mind of the devotee. So when Krishna is not there physically, it means Krishna can be felt more strongly. So there are two different ways of feeling Krishna's presence. One is Sambhoga and one is Vipralamba. Sambhoga means when Krishna is embracing him. It's called Sambhoga. When he comes close, and that is Sambhoga. And then when Krishna is not there, then devotees start feeling the separation. So that is Krishna's presence in separation. So a devotee can benefit from Krishna's association in both ways. Either Krishna is present. If Krishna is not present, you bring Krishna's holy name, Krishna Katha, Krishna's teachings, Krishna conscious life. Krishna is there in your life. And Krishna is there, all the good fortune will be there in our life. Right? So, Prabhupada also says that we can see Krishna indirectly. So it is said that Krishna is not only present in the pages of the scriptures, Krishna is present everywhere in the entire creation. Sthavara jangam dekhe na dekhe tara murti. Sarvatra nij dekhe swameva spurti. Nij spurti. So a devotee's eyes are tainted with Krishna prem. Premanjana churida bhakti valochanena. And because his eyes is tainted with the love of Krishna, devotee can see Krishna everywhere. So Krishna is not limited to only just in the Bhagavatam or in the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is there everywhere. Sthavara jangam dekhe. Prabhupada gives many examples. Prabhupada says, when you go and see the Pacific Ocean, and when you see the ocean, you stand on the shore of the ocean, and then advanced devotee sees that I'm standing at the shore and still I'm confident, I feel protected. A lot of waves are coming in the shore, on the ocean. A lot of waves are coming, but still the person feels confident. Because he knows, a devotee knows, this ocean cannot cross its brink. Because the ocean is ordered by Krishna that you should be in your limit. You should not be crossing the brink, the shore. And then person with a Krishna conscious vision, he can see Krishna there also. Look at this powerful ocean, but it is within the limit because Krishna is ordered like that. So we can develop the eyes to see Krishna everywhere. And that is what is being Krishna conscious. When we walk out, we see the sun. Then we can remember what Krishna says. Raso ham apsu kontaya prabhashmi sasi suryo. I am the sunshine, I am the moonshine. So when we look at the sun, you see the sunshine, you see the sunlight, we can immediately remember Krishna. When you drink the water, Krishna says, I am the taste in the water, you can remember the Krishna. When you see some, very intelligent person, very skilled person, sometimes we get fascinated. Oh, look at this person, so smart, so intelligent, so sharp, so handsome. Right? Krishna says, Parusham Nrshu. I am the ability in man. So we can, looking at someone and you are getting attracted, we can remember immediately, oh, all these abilities because of Krishna. Krishna says, I am the ability in man. So like that, when you look at the sun, another verse. What is that verse? That we can remember the sun from Brahma Samhita. How we look at the sun and remember Krishna. Yachakshures savita sakala grahanam raja samasta surmurti rashesh teja yashagnaya brahmati sambratakala chakro govindamadi purusham damaham bhajami. So when you look at the sun, then we immediately remember Yachakshures savita. Oh, this is the eye of Krishna. Krishna says, Brahmaji is saying, the sun is the eye of the Lord. So immediately you remember. And then Ashesha Tejaha, so much, the fire, the heat is coming. It is all coming from Krishna. So like that we always remember Krishna. And when Krishna is there in our remembrance, Krishna is there in our life, Krishna is there anywhere, then there will be opulence, there will be victory, there will be morality, and then good intelligence, and that is the all sign of good fortune. So Krishna's lotus feet is the source of all the good fortune. Tat padaya rankita bhati. The Kunti Maharaj is remembering here that why everything is so prosper and opulent and beautiful here, because you are walking on this land. Your lotus feet, it marked with your lotus feet. That is why everything is beautiful. So I'll close with this, one beautiful incident in the Srimad Bhagavatam, in the first canto, the 14th chapter, the Krishna's disappearance, when Krishna departed. So we know the story that how there is a conversation between Sut Goswami and then Shukdev, Parikshit Maharaj, and then Shukdev Goswami. So the Sut Goswami is asking there that Arjuna went to Dwarka to see Krishna. We know that after all the Kurukshetra happened and then Krishna left. And then one time Arjuna went to Dwarka to meet Krishna and other friends and also to learn from Krishna that what is my next activity, right? And for many, many months passed, Arjuna did not return back. So Yudhishthir Maharaj in the Hastinapur, he was concerned and he was worried. Why? Because he began to observe some inauspicious omens, which were very fearful in themselves, saying that why all these bad omens are seen there, right? And then he started seeing some discrepancies in his kingdom. He saw the direction of eternal time had changed, and this was very fearful. There were disruptions in the seasonal regularities. The seasons were disrupted. The the winters are not coming on time, or rains are not coming on time, like that. These irregularities. People in general had become very greedy, angry, and deceitful, and he saw that they were adopting foul means of livelihood. So these are the things were never present before in the rule of Yudhishthir Maharaj. But he started seeing all these symptoms. People are becoming greedy, angry, and they are cheating foul means of livelihood. And then he was very fearful. Why this is all happening? And then he was scared. He's fearful that something very inauspicious had happened. And then Prabhupada writes here, when the civilization is disconnected from the loving relation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, symptoms like changes of seasonal regulations, foul means of livelihood, greed, anger, and fraudulence becomes rampant. We see how in this modern age everybody is greedy, everybody is a cheater practically, and they take all the foul means of livelihood. Right? Why? When a civilization is disconnected from the loving relation of the Lord, all kinds of all these negative voices start becoming rampant. Ignorance is the cause of all these anomalies in human society. And to remove this ignorance, especially in this age of degradation, the powerful sun is there to distribute light in the shape of Srimad Bhagavatam. So when people become ignorant, they start forgetting Janasya Krishnat Vimukhasya Devat. When people become Vimukha, turn away from Krishna in general, then all kinds of all this ill fortune, start to appear. It becomes rampant, all kinds of vices. So in this Kali Yuga, in this modern age, just to remove this ignorance, the powerful sun in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam has come. All ordinary transactions and dealings became polluted with cheating. See, these are all the signs. As soon as people become, start losing the God consciousness, people start becoming atheistic, then all these bad symptoms, bad omens, what we see in this modern age very prominently. All the transaction dealings polluted with cheating. Even between friends. In familial affairs, there was always misunderstanding between fathers, mothers and sons, between well-wishers and between brothers. Even between husband and wife, there is always strain and quarrel. See how beautiful it is written in Bhagavatam, all these things. We see all these symptoms in this modern age. There's argument between husband and wife. They fight, they separate, divorce. There is no concept of divorce in the previous time. But now people fighting, arguing between the parents and the children. Children are not listening them. Sometimes when the parents are doing all kinds of weird things, because they are not listening them, they are doing all kinds of nonsense things. Somebody was talking to me a few months back, and they are saying that how there is one family, and they are very, 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 very rich people. They are like millionaires. The only son, and is supposed to inherit the whole property of from the parents, and like that. And this person is a very nice person and very obedient. But somehow this mother, he doesn't have the father, only the mother and then 3 sisters. Somehow this mother got corrupted, contaminated. Somebody poisoned her against the only son. And who are these people? The 3 daughters. The daughters thought that all the property will go to the brother, the son. Will get maybe some small portion. But there are a lot of land and a lot of money and all of that. So they all came together, all the three sisters thought we had to do something. So they started gradually poisoning the mother, the old mother. And then mother also got poisoned. And then she says, okay, now I don't want to maintain any relationship with this son. He's not taking care of me. And then I don't want to part any of my property to this son. I'll distribute everything to the daughters. And the daughters were very happy. That okay, mission successful. Mission achieved. And the son is trying to pacify the mother, like, you keep all the property, no problem, but why don't you are talking like this? Don't behave like this. You just be with us and just be happy. Whatever you like, you do that, no problem, but be with us. Why are you becoming so negative? Say, no, I don't want to see your face. And then she lodged some complaint also against, police complaint, that there is a threat to my life from my son. Something like that. See, these are the kind of symptoms we see in this Kali Yuga. And this person, I personally know this person. He's a wonderful person, very simple-hearted, and also kind of a devotee. He goes to the temple, Govindeshwar temple every day. And this is the kind of things that we see in this modern age. Right? So why it happens when people they forget the God consciousness. They turn away from Krishna. And then even the so-called opulence, so-called money, prosperity cannot make you happy. What is the point of having all that? So much distress, so much argument, fighting, quarrel is there in the life. Then that is not the opulence. Right? So Yudhishthira Maharaj is remembering Krishna, and he understood that all is because maybe Krishna has departed back. When Krishna is not there, then all the misfortune will come. Yasmanna sampado rajyam dara prana kulam praja asan sapatana vijayo lokasya yad anugrahat. So he's remembering from him only or kingly opulence, good wives, lives, progeny, control over our subjects, victory over enemies, and future accommodations in higher planets have become possible. All this is due to his causeless mercy upon us. So because of Krishna only, Dara, Prana, Kulam, Praja, everything comes by Krishna's grace only. Right? And Prabhupada explains that facilities are earned not only by one's hard manual labor or by unfair means, but by the mercy of the Supreme Lord. Prosperity earned by one's personal endeavor also depends on the mercy of the Lord. Personal labor must be there in addition to the Lord's benediction. But without the Lord's benediction, no one is successful simply by personal labor. Right? So this modernized people in Kali Yuga, they believes in personal endeavor and denies the benediction of the Supreme Lord. Prabhupada quote that a great sannyasi came from India to this country in Chicago, and he made a comment in his lecture. Says that it is better to play football than reading Bhagavad Gita. I don't want to mention the name. People know that, that person saying playing football is better than reading Bhagavad Gita. So these are the kind of foolish people, the so-called sannyasi. And they are saying that it is better to, grow the brinjal than growing tulsi. What you get out of growing tulsi. So these kind of comments. So people in Kali Yuga become so averse to Krishna, and then all kinds of misfortune comes in their life. Right. I'll quote this last verse. Yudhishthira Maharaj is remembering, I think that all these earthly disturbances indicate some greater loss to the good fortune of the world. The world was fortunate to have been marked with the footprints of the lotus feet of the Lord. These signs indicate that this will no longer be so. So Yudhishthira Maharaj is also remembering the same thing. What Kunti Maharani is saying now, that Tatpadaya Ankita Bhati Swalakshana Vilakshitai, she was afraid of ill luck in the absence of the Lord. And same, the Yudhishthira Maharaj is also actually recognizing that Krishna has left. So all the opulences and everything was because Krishna was present. This land, this planet was marked with the Krishna's lotus feet, and it was producing all the opulences. But now Krishna has departed, there cannot be any opulence. So without Krishna, there cannot be any good fortune. But only the good news is, the same Krishna has appeared in this modern age in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then he has given us the formula to bring Krishna in our life by chanting the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So when we chant Krishna's holy name very sincerely, attentively here, read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and start leading Krishna conscious life, then automatically all the good fortune, all the opulence, all the prosperity will also manifest in our life. So Krishna's lotus feet are the actual source of the true good fortune. Neyam so vishyate datra yate danim gadadhara tatpader ankita bhati so lakshana valakshidai. So this is what is Kunti Maharaj is remembering here, praying to the Lord that don't leave. If you leave, then there will be no opulence, there will be no good fortune. She is fearful of ill fortune. Okay, so these are some of the thoughts on this verse. Pause here and let me see if anybody has any quick question or any comment. Somebody wants to add anything? No, okay, there's no question. We'll stop here. Grandra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nidai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol.
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Ram. Vandeham Sri Guru